didn't invite me to party or whatever. What are we
Austin
doing?
Owens.
Really? Really? You're recording this?
Listen, it's important. Okay? This is more natural.
Don't show all my stuff. Well, I don't even have anything.
You don't have anything in the background?
Literally, the mic wasn't even on.
Dude, the microphone was on.
It was?
Yeah, I saw it.
Is this okay?
Okay.
What the hell is it? Ah, jeez.
Oh, wow, that's a lot louder than normal. So you don't like Chuck?
Oh my god, you need to fucking stop. This is gonna be extras, I guess.
Yeah.
This is not natural.
Why not?
I don't play video games while talking. I think that's a bad idea for this.
Okay, but you're...
This will just be
No,
extras.
I'm going to be playing. Alright, this will just be in the background.
Exit out. Exit out, let's have a... I don't know, nothing
A
in the background.
proper intro.
Just have my stuff in the background.
Oh, well now you want your stuff.
Yes, no, just like... just like...
Oh, just that?
Yeah, monitor capture. No, just my monitor, and then like... Window it. Window. No, like... Minimize.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Cool. I guess all my stuff's here. They know everything.
Dude, what are they gonna get from you? IGG
know.
games. That's it.
Nice, just say IGG out there, like no big deal. All right.
So you don't like Chuck because?
Well, I mean, he's a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, but
nah. All right.
like,
This
come on,
is gonna be
just give me-
extras. This is under extras.
Yeah.
All right. Try not to get in the mode of talking to people. Don't look at me.
Dude, I'm just trying to know why you don't like Chuck.
I don't like Chuck
Because you were talking about
because he's like, I don't know, he's mental. There's something mentally wrong with him, honestly. And I don't know if that's medical or whatever, but he's just annoying. And I don't like it in these double standards. Multiple times in the day, he can like just show how he's double standards. Like he says, "Oh, we got kicked out of the library for yelling too much." Well, they did because I don't go there. I have first period of a different class. And they got kicked out, and he told people have to stop yelling. Told everyone in the club because they go there at lunch. Said, "You people need to stop yelling." He yells. He's the only person who yells next to Austin, this other dude. And he's telling other people to shut the hell up. Like, no. You yell all the time, and it's only you. I don't know if you don't understand, or if you don't know, or if you just are not aware that you're this ridiculous, but yeah, you're the one yelling. And also, I got mad at him one time, like last week, because we were having a discussion about Trump, me and Austin. Not really a discussion, it was me stating things and then trying to give him evidence of said things, and then him saying something that he believed, and whenever I said fact, he said no. And this was Austin.
Which is what he does.
Yeah. He doesn't like you, Chris, for some reason. He just
No, I know,
it gives
like-
him bad vibes. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You give me bad vibes. You give me bad
You
everything.
give me like a stalker,
Just a
like
little
you're
bitch.
going to
Yeah, and then
assassinate someone vibes.
he said, "Oh, because thanks to your opinion, you're gonna put back all the years of effort that the LGBT community had in it." And I was like, "Did you just throw a title at me?" In my mind,
Right. Because you'd never say something like that to
Yeah,
me.
it's just, like,
he'd be like,
"You just took out the LGBT." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Chuck said, and I said, "Well, yeah, I support Chuck or Trump or something." And then Chuck went up and said, "Don't you dare! I will." Like, I don't remember exactly what he said. "I will literally beat the crap out of you." And I said, and I right then and there, I like knew everything was clear. I was like, both of you are fucking stupid. Both of you are actual retards. And that's the moment where I snapped on the first podcast I did. I was like talking
is that why
about,
you were like so...
Yeah, so I was so against them because that's when I realized of all of their bullshit that they do and then act like I'm the bad one. And I do none of their shit. And
It
then
doesn't feel like they're real people.
yeah, feels
Like it
they're-
feels like you're in a TV show,
yeah,
and like it's all like a skit. It all feels like a bad skit.
yeah. But like once when Chuck said, "I will, like I'll beat the crap out of you. I'll literally beat the crap out of you," I looked at him with the most serious face and I said, "No, you won't." And like that tone, I was like, "No, you won't." And then he went up to me and tried grabbing my shirt. I had the my top ramen shirt on, and which was still like kind of like hard to grab. And he tried literally 5 times to grab it, and then he did. And I said, "Do something, I dare you." And then he just backed off because he's. And then whenever he corrects the teacher for saying, "Oh, yeah," well, he says, "Chuck, you should probably help her." Then Chuck's like, "Him." And then the teacher's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I obviously can tell that she is confused. Like, no, this is girl."
Yeah, the teacher like.
And it's such. I hate the whole thing with the, oh, I'm a boy, I'm a girl. You know why? We made the term boy and girl to label things, to say this thing has a penis or this thing has a vagina. It's not to like put some sort of standard how they're making it out to be like, oh, you're a girl, therefore you stay home and do chores, and oh, you're a boy, therefore you go and get jobs, support women during
Right, because we like moved past that already.
Yeah,
we're already past the point of like women can do what they want, men can do what they want. No matter how you believe in that, there's still laws in place and equal opportunities in place in most of like the modern civilizations.
Yeah,
and unless if you live in like a third world country or third, I don't know what it's called. You know the ones.
It's
like Iran or something.
Yeah,
where you're like you're a woman and you have to wear these things, and if you don't do this, we can punish you in any way we can.
Yeah, that is forgot the name for it, but
third world country.
Well, third world country. Yeah, it is that, but I don't think that's the correct pronunciation for what you're trying to describe them as to be, such as. Yeah, that's pretty much why when I blew up, and I don't like them. I still hang out with them.
Right.
Yeah,
I still hung out with them even though I didn't like them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I don't like them. They're just, I don't agree with them.
Yeah, I don't agree with them either, but I don't like them. A lot of them. A lot of things about them.
I don't like them, like, at a certain point is when I start to not like them.
I was too I don't know, caught up in thought about everything else that was happening in my life to really have the capacity to hate others as much. Like, I always had, like, spread out hate for everyone around. And, you know, people were cool and people have bad sides, but, like, I don't know. They just gave me a real big capacity for hate. Then they filled that space up.
What do you mean they gave you it?
I don't know. It's just whenever they do something, like in Magic, they always go for me, and then they always like.
I feel like you're very targeted in games.
Yeah, I am. And then
I think it's mostly because you're like the middle guy.
Yeah, and then Keegan, the one who I think is probably the best out of all of them.
Like, of person-wise or playing
person-wise.
Magic? Yeah, I think. I always looked up to Keegan for.
Like, he cheats, and I've heard that he steals cards, but I'm not sure. That's just probably just a rumor. Although I did catch him cheating in Magic. But he said, well, we target you because you play your hands so well, and we know that you're going to win if we don't stop you. And I was like, yeah, that is true. I did make a pretty good deck, and I do think I can win. And then all that they do is the rest of them, other than Keegan, I feel that they just kind of shun me. And not just in Magic, just regularly.
I feel like you're not very heard.
Yeah, I'm not.
Especially like there, because I know like Austin can be very silencing of anyone else's opinion.
Oh my God.
And Charles can be,
unless Charles if you like always If it's opposing feeling.
Unless if you completely just stop him. Because, like, I've done it before, because, like, I was just done with, like, life in general for a good time.
Yeah.
Not, like, for any particular reason. I was just very tired last year, like, at the end of the year. And he was, like, talking to me about all this stuff about this one girl, and I was like... Because there was a bunch of drama surrounding him, and, like, this document he made on Google, and it got, like, leaked across the room, or across the school, even though it wasn't really a big deal. And everybody took it like a super huge deal. I was just like, listen, dude, this doesn't matter. And then he was like, but it does. And I was like, no, listen. It doesn't matter, and you're not at fault for these reasons. And I was like, so don't worry about it. And if anyone tries to tell you're at fault, or if someone tries to bring you to the principal or something about that, I'll just call me up and I'll tell them how things happened, because I don't care about these things.
Yeah. I remember when Chuck got in a fight once in the middle of the thing with this other kid. Yeah, he got in a fight with I forgot his name. I'm not good with names.
Did he win?
You know, I didn't. Well, no, it wasn't like.
It wasn't like
it
an
was
actual
the fight.
fight.
It was a fight that you'd expect from two nerds. Not doing anything. It was like they made a big deal, and to everyone else, it was two ants fighting. Like, no one cared. They were just like, wow, that was pretty cringy. And that was the big deal. I mean, then, of course, he thought it was the biggest thing in the world because he stood up for himself or whatever. He knocked books out of, like, one of the other nerds' hands. And then, I don't know.
Classic
I feel
nerd
like
move.
nerds
I
are
wish
deceiving.
nerds
Nerds are... I learned that nerds have the same capacity to hate as everyone else. And they exercise that capacity to hate in different ways than other groups, such as like the cool gangster kid groups, like, oh dude, no, I don't know, you know more about that group than I. Yeah. But I feel like their hatred is more.
They'll actually do something about it.
Yeah, they express their feelings. And with nerds, they just hide it and use mental games to wear you down slowly.
God. Yeah, the mental games in the nerd group, it's crazy, man. Some of them aren't even doing it on purpose. And I think that's, like, the worst part.
Yeah.
It's like... Oh, you know Byron?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, do the people who are listening...
I hate
if
Byron.
anyone listens. Byron,
literally,
yeah, I know you hate him a bunch.
So much.
And, like... I hate him to an extent too, but not like.
But I hate what. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, it's fine. No, if you gonna continue your hate speech.
No. Hate speech.
To call it something.
No. You know what, people, listen. I know that Michaela's gonna hear this, and she's probably gonna send it to whoever else is watching this. The other friend peoples. Such as Byron or whatever. No, I'm cool with that. But you're all being dicks, and it's not. You can't. If I say you're being dicks, you're being dicks, and it's not your opinion. It's not your place to say whether you're being dicks or not, because I know that they're probably gonna fight or say that. Oh, dude, how could you say that? Well, it's true.
Yeah, like it's just.
But all right, Byron. He's protective of Michaela.
Yeah.
But I forgot. I messed with her feelings because I said you're acting crazy because you can't think of. Because I asked her, she couldn't think of a future without Chris. You.
Yeah. Right.
And I said you're crazy, and then she said, I can't believe you're doing this. You both just don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, I do know what I'm talking about.
That kind of scares me a little bit because she's like, you both don't know what you're talking about. I kind of have the right to say that I know what I'm talking about because I am Chris.
Yeah.
And I can definitely tell her that the future with me that she may be able to see is one that is not possible.
Yeah. And Byron, he blew up with you on, I don't know what social media site bullshit.
Yeah, it was funny.
But after I told Michaela that she was acting crazy, she got really, really mad. and didn't want to talk to me ever. And I offered her a soda during club to make up for it, even though I felt like I was nowhere wrong. I was just like,
it was more like a peace offering.
Yeah, it was more like, you're wrong, and here's a soda, get over it. And Byron, I walked past him after going to the bathroom inside, and then he stopped me and said, "Hey Nick," like in a very threatening manner, I guess. He was just like, "What's wrong with Michaela?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then he said, "Oh, I think you do know. What did you do?" And I said, and then I'm like, I knew he was threatening me at that moment, and I'm just like, really, you think you can threaten me? Just getting away with it. I beat him with knowledge. I feel like I felt really good after saying what I said. Well, I was like, I'm in no place to tell you of what Michaela's gone through. If you feel so inclined, ask her. And if she wants to tell you, she will. And then I walked away. And I don't know why. That's not really that big of a statement, but I just felt really good after doing that.
Nah, like, you told someone off.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't
but I know.
You're stupid, you suck.
I know, but in that exact situation, I've seen people like Chuck, other people from the group go like blow up and go in this stupid little cat fight where, oh no, I'm better than you, no, I'm better, or whatever, and I feel like I successfully defused the bomb.
Yeah, you really did,
and I felt that I did it expertly.
I think you did too, and
they didn't bug me after that.
Dude, I wish I handled it your way, because I handled it a different way, and I don't know. I guess I fell for the bomb, because he was confronting me about that I didn't deserve her or whatever, and I was like, what the hell? This was random, right? Or random to me, and he was just blowing up on me because he cared about her a bunch, and he was like, dude, you're being so unfair to Michaela, and the classic just friend zone person talking to someone who the person wants type speech. So I fell for it, and then he was like, oh dude, you can't make me get over this, I'm the master manipulator. And I was like, well, that's kind of random. Yeah, he was said that I'm a better manipulator than you. And I was like, well, okay, you say so.
He needs to stop.
And I was just like, listen, this is the end of whatever the hell we're gonna say. I was just like, this is dumb, you're gonna know that this is dumb. And then it was over.
He's the definition of every person who I'd expect to be behind a meme page, honestly.
I've met some pretty decent people who are behind meme pages.
I know, but when you're on
you mean a cancerous meme page?
Yeah, one of those terrible things. I can't give an example, but I don't know. When you just get the bad feeling when you're seeing I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, he is. It looks exactly like that type of person. Michaela shows this. I'm just thinking of all the backlash I'm gonna get.
I wouldn't really worry about it. You're just speaking your mind. They never let you speak it, so it's I
don't know.
And besides, if more people were face value with other people, then we wouldn't really have to deal with so much trauma. I don't really like Michaela.
I know.
No, you know that, right? But here's why, I guess. 'Cause she tells everyone everything.
Yeah. About her?
About anything. About anything happening, personally, even if they don't really want to hear it.
Well, 90% of the time it's just about you or her current situation. Yeah. That's the two topics that she talks about, which I don't mind hearing. I like listening to other people's situations, because then I could put them in their shoes, and I don't know. I haven't felt anything in that sense, so I don't feel as bad if I was in their situation. I don't know. It kind of sounds like, oh yeah, my situation's so bad compared to theirs, but no, it's not. Continue.
No. Yeah.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I was in she was giving me a ride today from college back to your place.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I get in the car, right? I'm just I'm super tired, because I don't know why. I was just so tired this morning. I kind of still am. So like, I get in. I'm pretty silent. I don't really want to talk about anything. I'm just like chilling in the car. Then she gets in and she's like, "Ah, man, this is my crappy car. Some crappy car. This
Yeah.
car sucks. Crappy car. Oh, get my crappy aux cord so you can play some music. It's really bad. And I left my good one at home." And I was like,
She told me that too. She was giving me a ride, and I was like, "Oh, let's plug in some tunes." And then I took the aux cord, and then she's like, "Oh, that one's broke." I left it at home. She didn't say anything crappy of the car, but I don't know. She was too busy. Well, actually, her rides are pretty chill with her. I have nothing really bad to say, except for when something bad happens about you. Like, I don't know. Last time I saw her, she was like, "He's mean." and then I was like, "Oh, all right. What did you make up this time? What mystical, magical, made up thing happened to you this time?" I mean, it's not mystical, magical. She actually feels these ways, and her feelings are valid, but they're not reasonable, I guess you could say.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole like car thing was like oversold to me, and I was just like, I don't know. It just like bothered me a little bit, I guess. Just feels like nothing that she has is good enough for her, and she's always complaining about it.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. She talks about ooh, I don't know if I can say this on air.
On air. This is the bonus CD when we're.
Dude, I can't. All right. But you know that she likes like. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna get into that because it's a podcast. All right.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like most of the stuff we talked about is already really personal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the law. that could get in trouble.
What do you mean? The law? Oh yeah, I got you. I thought you meant like some weird rule we had.
No.
No, but yeah. What about it?
Yeah, I can't say that. That's what about it.
Right.
But like in my other podcast, I was saying, I wonder if I'm like that and I don't realize.
What?
If I do the same exact things that they do, if I'm just as bad, I mean, I hang out with them, and I look at them to see what people are like, and basically my whole life I've been trying to get along with people, or ever since I've had consciousness, I guess I've been trying to be like other people, and still have my own thoughts, own assessments, but try to be compatible with other people. And I don't know, I'm afraid that I'm turning into them, but
I really don't think you're turning into them. I think you're far enough away from them, and you know. You're more self-aware, I guess. You actually analyze what they're doing, and you can recognize that they're not very well-formed people. So I think that and besides, I don't really see you doing as much stuff. I know you did one thing that they did once, but it was it was more of an argument type thing. What? No.
Oh, what was it?
No, it's remember when you were trying to siphon information out of me, and you were being super you already knew the information.
Yeah.
And you were talking to me. You wanted to get it out of me specifically.
I wasn't. Okay, the deal with that was Michaela already told me everything about it.
Right. I
wasn't trying to get information out of you. I was just, I said, I'll ask a question that would obviously lead to that answer, so that Michaela would feel better about me hearing this side from you. So it was basically, I was doing that for Michaela. But I mean, she already knew. I wasn't gonna tell her how you felt about it,
right.
The whole thing, because that'd be rude. Breaking the bro code also.
Yeah. But I don't know. You got very edgy in the middle of it when I just didn't want to tell you, because I was just I don't want to tell you.
I know.
And
just
like,
felt hurt that you didn't tell me. But I guess I know that you didn't want to say it, and that's okay. But I don't know. I just felt like I was being betrayed, and I felt that you might be like everyone else. And then I was like, I really didn't want that to happen. So I'm like, please just tell me. I don't want to think of you as a bad person.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. If like, I don't know, I didn't tell anyone for like a good like. I told you because you forced it out of me.
Yeah.
I really just didn't want to think about it at all that day. I was just like, this is going to the erase bucket. But like, if we would have hung out like in that day, I would have told you like immediately because it was eating me alive. I was just like, dude, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make a. I don't know. Maybe you can make a podcast.
Yeah,
No.
I was like, we could have made a podcast about it.
You could have just said, I don't want to talk about it.
I did.
You did?
Actually, no. I think I said nothing was going on. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And that's why you got like peeved about it. And then I said something did happen. I don't want to talk about it. And then you got like.
But at
less...
that point, I was just like enraged because I don't know. I was around Michaela and I was feeling that. I was catching her vibes, I guess.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, you dare lie to me? Fuck no. And I just went off on the texting phone. Not the regular phone.
Right.
The texting phone.
You, did I tell you that you read my messages?
No.
Not really. I heard a version from her. It wasn't really on purpose.
Oh, well, it was.
I don't know. Like, it might have been. I barely care. But, like, okay.
Like,
this is
what happened?
I was sitting at college. We were just chilling at a table. I was procrastinating to get into my pottery class because I was just so done with pottery. I was just like, just thinking about going to pottery made me just like hate pottery, even though it's a really fun class.
That's weird. I like pottery.
No, pottery's really fun. I enjoy doing pottery. I was just completely done with it. I was just like, you know how I get into those moods where I'm just like, something's cool and then something's just, I hate everything, you know? Not like everything, but like I
haven't
hate
really experienced that yet.
Oh, well, that's how it was.
Alright.
And now I'm like in the reverse mood. I'm like, pottery is chill.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I was like that. So I was procrastinating to go into the class. My phone, I'm like, it just like, it's not there. Like she took it, so like I didn't really see
so she
where
did
it was.
on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
no. What she said. Let me just say what she said.
Yeah,
she said she was gonna like text Kat to like a meme or an inside joke that they had from my phone, and I was like, I just dismissed it. I was like, you know what, whatever. I don't even care. But the messages I sent to Kat said something about her, and it said that like I felt uncomfortable around Michaela. And so she read that, and then she got like super hurt and like just super like done with everything. And like after she like slid my phone over again, I was like, "You read the messages." Like that was the initial thought, and then I was like, "I can tell you're gonna be hurt by this. I'm so done." And I was just like, "I'm going to pottery. This has forced my hand to go to pottery."
Oh my god.
So I was just like, honestly, I was really mad at her for opening my phone and reading my messages. Or at least reading that message.
First of all, like, what was it like in the same, like, was it when you're in the typing mode, there's only a certain amount of messages that you can see. Was it in like those messages?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then it was on accident. I'm guessing.
Hold on. Let me check. Let me just check real quick. I don't know if I'll remember exactly where because like, I'm pretty sure we were like a couple messages off.
Know. I feel like she's just stop it, Michaela, stop, stop doing the things you do. It hurts because it's such a simple solution. Get over it.
Yeah. And
she can't grasp that. She can't be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just stop. And then she's like, she told me bullshit about, it's true love, and you never loved someone like I love someone, or something along those lines. And I'm like, oh really? I love people. I love a lot of people. I love everyone that I've said I've hated in all podcasts. But I just... I don't know. It's different. There's a lot of...
I think true love is really a stupid phrase.
yeah.
Because true love, true love in the sense of it being a word, is so dismissive of all other, like, loves. Like, you can love someone as a friend and just, like, feel like they're a part of your life. That if you lost them, you'd be genuinely just sad. And you wouldn't be able to function like normal because you think about them and stuff. And I think true love, it's not phrased correctly. I think true love is a stupid word. Because you could love someone and that would be true love just as it is. Because, like, with you, you're my bro, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I don't see you for a long time, I miss you. Not in a homosexual way.
Well,
it's just like...
obviously.
Yeah. So, like, I love you in a sense. It's not like you're my girlfriend and I'd be like, oh yeah, I love you, babe.
Yeah.
But, like, to a girlfriend, it's also, like, the same basis for loving someone.
It's there's, like, a platform of I love, and then there's different levels upon that platform. Like, I love you, meaning you are a significant person in my life, and I enjoy being around you. And then there's, like, different, more extreme levels of that, I guess.
Yeah. But I don't think true love fits in any space in there. I think true love is genuinely not achievable in a way. Like, achievable with quotations around it as many times as you can fit.
Yeah. Wait 1 sec. Hey, Cortana. Define true love.
True love is a
What if the computer shut off at the time?
That'd be great.
See, deeply loved. That's like how you would love a parent.
Yeah.
Or like if you had a kid,
that
you'd like
who's deeply loved by
you'd
another.
fall apart by them if they like died. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Someone
if
who's
my
deeply
kid got ran over, I'd like
loved by that can fit under
so many
everything.
things. Yeah.
not some all of them, because like someone who's deeply loved by another, that's just saying that's basically love.
Yeah.
Like I could say you're my true love, and it would be by definition correct. So, yeah, but I mean, like the version that people say, kind of like the storybook version. I'm guessing you're saying,
think,
like,
yeah, the storybook version's really
true love by like the one and only person. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the true love, and I don't think that's real. I don't think there's one and only person for you.
Yeah, there isn't. I mean, the succession in relationship rate would be way down, in everywhere if that was the case, because all the people meeting up with another would just be ridiculous. But I mean, unless you believe in the
wage gap,
the god,
or
whatever.
I mean,
and the gods
like
match. That's another thing. I'm not gonna get into that.
I think like the way people are like, oh yeah, I found my one true person. It's like it's more face value than anything. It's not really like founded well. What are you looking at?
Is this podcast?
Yeah, but it's not done recording.
All right. I don't want it. I was gonna delete whatever I need to, because I don't know how much space I have, and this has been running for a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
It's pretty good, but yeah.
What was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, having one person.
I was about to say, you know damn well I'm not gonna remember that shit. I can't even remember what I'm talking about. That's why I made these.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the first, by the way.
Oh yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I'm not putting up the others.
All right. Those could be the bonus CDs.
Yeah, sure.
Dude, what if we won't even have CDs by the time we like... What if we go big and then we can't make CDs?
I don't even understand the basis of that question.
Never mind.
This is probably going to be... The settings on this are way weird. I'm not going to mess with them just in case we can fix it.
I'm pretty sure we can just fix it with like Audacity or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like random text. I don't think there's just one person for you.
Well,
I think that there's...
It's not a thought. That's a fact.
Right.
Unless in beliefs, which is another thing. I don't know. I really don't want to. I'm sorry. It's just it's just a good opinion. Sure.
I think that it's like there's a person who you genuinely enjoy being around.
Yeah.
And they do too. And there's a situation that's present in which both of you have the opportunity to be together for the rest of your lives.
Yeah.
And that's how the one true person came into being, I guess. Because of like how passionate you can get when you're like falling in love with someone.
Yeah.
Or
I'm just gonna be here.
Being very like romantic towards someone. It stirs up a lot of like, oh my god, if you left me, I'd be demolished type feelings.
Just like the Michaela situation.
Yeah.
But to a more extreme extent.
I think to a lesser extreme.
What? How?
Like, or to the same amount.
Of I can't do that? No, she said she wouldn't. She can't. She couldn't imagine. It was at least extremely hard for her to imagine a world without you and her at least talking to each other. Like, it was... she was unable to comprehend that possibility.
Man, that kind of makes me, like, hope I die.
What the fuck?
No, listen, hear me out. It's not like a, I want to die because of her type thing. No, it's like a, if I died, I'd want to be like a ghost type person.
Dude, that's literally...
And then just watch how she would react to me being dead.
I want to be non-existent and study people, and then I could make some sort of thing
ghost
that
book.
could... No, a thing that could... Like, a creation that could perfectly fit into that... To that society.
Oh, like the perfect person type thing?
Yeah, yes, but it doesn't have to be a person. It could be just like a blob, but it would be a blob so perfectly formed that everyone would see it as normal. That's kind of thing.
So a regular person?
Chris, I'm not having any of your crap right now. Yeah, I guess that is a regular person, but I know it's not.
The only thing I wouldn't want is if like I died, became a ghost, and then gotta like watch her do the thing, react to my death. Yeah. It's like if she were to kill herself because of my death, and like she would also become a ghost, I'd be like, okay, listen, no, this can't happen. I'm the only one who is allowed to be a ghost. Ever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want company as a ghost. I would have way too much things to do as a ghost to have
I feel
company.
like if you were a ghost and you lived forever, I'd at least want one person.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want like a Michaela.
Yeah. Well, what about me?
Yeah.
It's okay to say no. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
Like honestly, because like you're just so.
We think alike.
Yeah, we think alike, and it'd be like cool to have you as like a ghost buddy.
Yeah,
because you wouldn't be like all stressed out about
being a ghost,
useless life things.
Yeah,
we'd just be ghosts, and then we'd be like, "Hey, look at that person," and then we watch someone fall down the stairs and be like,
Then we could double the ground, and then like go different parts of the world and come back and like.
Yeah, I could like ghost phone you and be like, "Hey, check out this thing that's happening in Ukraine."
Hey, dude. Yeah.
Dude, we wouldn't have to worry about, like, anything happening.
I'd like to be able to play video games, though.
You'd still like to be able to play video games?
Yeah. Dude.
I feel like I'd prefer watching walkthroughs. Unless if it's, like, a VR experience. I'm sorry, I don't
know, I just find that funny.
I stopped buying games because of walkthroughs. like,
I stopped buying games because I don't have money.
okay, yeah, I didn't buy games. I pirated them, but
Chris.
I stopped pirating games because of walkthroughs.
Chris, you need to stop.
Everyone's pirated games.
Keep the illegal stuff on the DL.
It's not.
It's not illegal.
It shouldn't be illegal,
Chris.
and I'm gonna explain why.
Uh,
I think that most people who do it are usually of the younger age. For example, me as a kid. I pirated so much stuff. Why? Because I didn't have the money. Neither did my parents. Neither did anyone I was around. In fact, I had no friends. So I was like, I'm the only one who can acquire this type of information. So I'm going to do it.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I did. Right? It's like stealing a book from a library. You shouldn't, but you're learning.
Sure. I honestly don't follow you there.
Neither do I, actually.
Well,
That was a bad analogy.
Yeah. It's cool. Just thoughts.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Speaking of thoughts.
What?
You know what else made me think?
No.
Hand spinners.
Wow, nice. Not getting into that.
Really? You don't want to talk about hand spinners?
You've like awoken my mind. And
Why?
I can't stop now. It's your fault. Alright. I was in psychology.
Right.
The other day. It was this thing on like we all went outside, we talked about how we perceived age. And like we were all assigned different parts of age and what you'd do or what would happen to the normal person in that age time of experience. And then I was given one of the oldest things where it was like basically death to some. and then before that I said, well, I remember so well what I said, but not like exactly word for word. It was what?
It's just a funny combination of words. You said, I remember so well what I said, but not like word for word.
Yeah, but I remember the like feeling
right,
of the words.
All right.
It was when you're really old, you've gone through all this stuff. You've gone through life, you've gone through periods of stress, you've gone through so much happiness, and you've worked a lot to get here. This is your final breaking period where you have nothing. You can just do nothing and that'll be fine. You have something to do by yourself. And what I find conflicting is that when I see people who are in that period of their life, none of them are really truly happy, I see. And it kind of makes you think, like, I went through all of this work for this, and I'm not happy. Kind of just makes me think that life, I don't know, isn't worth it, I guess, or doing all this stuff. And my dad said, would you be, I don't know, we got on this topic because he was always scaring me into doing work. Like he said, do you want to be homeless? Do you want to be given food by food places and never have like your own stuff? And then I was like, I don't know, that sounds okay as long as I have a few friends with me. And then he's like, okay, I want to finish it up. He was he said, how are you okay with just living off the teat of our government or whatever, something along those lines? And I was like, because I have different standards than you. I was thinking this. I have different standards, and my happiness is pretty low, and even though it's low, I still can't fully get that where I am now, and that's just a bit conflicting. And that was one of the big times where I had like to think about life for a while, and that was pretty cool. Pretty bad, but it was pretty cool. Right, you can say.
Oh yeah. I had to use the food bank a lot as like just in general. You know, throughout my childhood, we'd go to the food bank all the time. Not like, you know, we'd go to the food bank because we needed more food. It was like I don't know, a couple years ago, like 7 years ago, we'd always go there. We'd go there every month, get some food, whenever we needed it, really. Not like every month.
Yeah.
What?
No, keep going. I'm just.
So like, I was never. I don't know. I never really had a lot as a kid. I mostly just had like we didn't really. We stopped celebrating Christmas because we didn't have enough money. We stopped really giving stuff for birthdays because we didn't have enough money, and we didn't really go out and do much because we didn't have a lot of money. We mostly just went to like beaches and parks just to like be outside, and I didn't really get to hang out with a lot of friends because I was always worried about like gas money for my parents. So covering my face.
Don't worry about it.
All right. But I was never really too sad about it. I was never really sad about having to go and like take handouts, I guess. And just that whole experience, it was never sad for me. It was only sad when like my parents would like be noticeably angsty because they were worried about the money.
Yeah.
But I was always like I was a pretty happy kid because I didn't really know what was going on, but we were getting by just fine. We just didn't have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like even if I live like that when I'm older, like even if I have like a pretty crappy job or just I'm just getting by, if I'm just getting by but like having a good time with friends or just living life even though I don't have much, it'll be more worth it than if I'm just slaving away, making a bunch of money, having like a house and never really getting to experience life with just friends, family. I never really want to work too hard, I guess.
Yeah.
And the same goes for school. I don't really do homework. I never really did, I mean. Like now I do. But
Yeah.
it's only ever like once a week. I finish all the homework and I'm done for the week. And then I'm incredibly bored. But it gives me time to like, if the opportunity arises, to go with anyone who's like free. Or just do whatever I want, really. That's a lot of fun. Even if it's like boring in a way, it's peaceful.
I think that's part of why like drug addicts do what they do. People who do drugs, some of them just do it to be cool, whatever. But like the people who are hardcore into drugs, and like they just want to get back to that place because their life is so shit that, you know, they're okay with not having the best outlook, but you know, as long as they're
at that place.
Yeah, as long as they have that place that they can go to, they're fine. And that's where I kind of understand and partially, you know, can relate to them. A lot of people don't understand. There's really, right now I can see about 2 different types of people in this world that are really, you know, that's really stand out there. People who know what they want, as like subconsciously want. They know that they're like, I just want to be happy for the time being, and I'm cool. I don't have high standards for anything, such as some drug addicts. And then there's people like my parents who just couldn't understand that, even if they tried their hardest to. They don't understand short-term happiness. They're about the long things and like the long-term things in life, having children, and then they just don't expect to have times in their life when they're down.
I think that has a lot to do with like your types of media. You know, like because the media really put the American dream into the hearts of most like Americans, and since your parents like grew up here,
Yeah.
That's the mentality they grew up with. That's really what they embraced. That's really how they saw that their future should be.
Yeah, the kids, family, that big house, owning land.
Golden retriever, big front yard, you know, just the really
Yes.
typical movie stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see a lot of that until like
Edward Scissorhands. That's a good
Edward's.
movie. That,
Yeah, that's a good movie of like
that-
representing.
that kind of explains one side of that, at least.
Mm.
The happy family side. I don't know. I feel like I made progress here.
What's it called? My parents, they're from Mexico, so like they never taught me stuff like that. All they taught me about was like, this was the main point as a kid. This was exactly like what they hammered into me. There was like, their message mostly was like, oh, you need to find a wife. Even as a child, like they would always like, they would play around with me, but in the games you can like tell the meaning behind it. It was like, you need a wife. That was the only thing that like was required for like the dream, quote unquote, to be achieved in their eyes. It's like, you need a wife and you need to be happy with her. And like, that's nice and all, but it shouldn't really have been so like deeply seated.
Yeah, so
me as a kid.
like they shouldn't have manipulated you to do that as much. They should have given you more free space.
Yeah, they really should have like laid that off for me until I was like older, because like, I don't know, as a kid, even like if it wasn't a very conscious thing to think about, I would always like think about futures with other people.
I do that too.
No, but like in a marriage type way. I was
do that
like,
too.
yeah, but like it was more, I don't know. I can't like stop myself from doing it. Just every time I see someone, it's like that plays in my head, and then I'm just like, I need to relax. No, not with her, because
I know, but I do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, everything that you explain, I do that too, and I'm it's a bit weird because I didn't live with that type of family. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't have to do with backgrounds, about 100%.
Maybe not 100%, but it sure is something they hammered into me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't really look at like, I can't have friends well because of it.
Because you think of them like too much of a person who you could possibly be with.
Yeah. It's too like it's too much conflict created in that thought for me that I just can't. It's either like I get like, it feels like I'm drowning in those emotions, and I'm just like, either I can't be friends with you or we should be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of why I don't want to be friends with Michaela.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the future that you see with her.
It's never a good one.
I bet. It's weird because I could see future with you too. Honestly. I was able to. I'm not able to now.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Is it like a 3-person thing, the future?
What? No. Stop
Because
it.
like,
Stop.
no, I was
Please stop.
just trying to make a joke, relieve some tension, or at least make me feel better a little bit.
Well, love doesn't revolve around you. Self it now. Man, it's weird because I think about my future with people too, and mostly like not marriage wise, but relationship wise.
Mm.
Not just girls, and I'm not saying that like I'm not homo or gay or anything.
Right.
I'm not into boys like that, but like when they expected like in psychology, when they asked us like, when do you expect to be married, they didn't ask you when do you expect to be married. They said, do you expect to be married between at least by 30 to 35, and then everyone stepped back
Really?
Or, I mean, to say yes. You step back.
You
say
step
yes.
back to say yes.
Yeah, and then I just didn't because
Hmm.
I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna be married. Or wait, no, I think it was like, do you think you're gonna be married by like 25 to 30 or something?
Hmm.
And then it was, do you wanna, you're gonna have kids to 30 to 35 or something like that? And then I didn't, and then a lot of people were saying, oh, are you just not gonna get married? One person said that. It was like the person who wants to get attention
Hmm.
just for stuff. And yeah, that when that happened, I honestly, I only saw a future with you because you're the only person who I know that I have like a good connection with.
Like a deep enough bond
Yeah.
where we can like.
I imagined a farm, and then we're like in the front porch, like with, and then one of us would have the chair closest to like the drinks or whatever, and one of us would have like the charger port, and then there'd be like things between us. I think of like I think of one big thing, and then the rest is just small, intricate things
Mm.
in that big mindset. So like, I imagine we were really old, and then it was really cool, and then I remember in that thing, we were just happy, and that was pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, like because
Like
of the farm that you're.
Oh, my uncle has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it wasn't that type of farm. It was more like a farm. Then there was fields, and then there was like it was surrounded by trees, so you couldn't see beyond the world that you owned.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. This is me, like present me speaking.
Yeah.
Cause just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be. This is kind of a dumb comment.
Man, no
But-
comments are dumb. Come on, look at. If we went over this, I'm pretty sure you'd say the same things about most.
But like, if we were really old, I don't know. Probably our knees would be out, so we wouldn't really want to get up and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd have like one of those maidens.
A maid.
Yeah, like a maid
Yeah. A butler.
or like a caretaker type thing.
Yeah, but I'd want a butler. Not someone to
Alright.
do everything for me. Because I'm sorry.
Yeah, like a butler type person, not like a clean
Yeah.
my house type person.
Yeah.
Right?
When I hear caretaker, my sister works in a hospital, so I think of like, you have to go to the bathroom where you sit, so someone has to clean.
No,
Can
that
you
would be
do
terrible. I would
Yeah.
kind of like. I would
So
never
that's-
want to be in that position.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's
rather
the
off
only
myself.
imagery that I can hear when I hear caretaker now.
Okay, I mean
So-
like butler.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can imagine like me just being like, we need more drinks. I don't know. That was my thought. But like my thought was way like stupider. I said caretaker because it was like caretaker to me is more female. I was like, what if we had like a pretty good looking caretaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A robot.
A robot caretaker.
Yeah.
A hot bot
Something like.
caretaker.
Oh, don't look that up. It'll be a bad movie.
It's a pretty bad. It's
pretty good.
It depends how you look at it.
It's an interesting concept.
It's not a bad film. It's just, it's not something you would watch
with your
to
family.
like with your family or just to like watch something like funny. It's entertaining. It's just not like funny entertaining. It's like
So weird. You have to have it's a very specific taste in
yeah.
visual arts.
I don't think it's a bad movie though.
No,
Like
it's
the
not.
acting is like
Decent. Especially the girl. Oh my god.
yeah. It's not bad acting. The script is not bad either. Like the camera angles and the directing is really good. It's really good for the type of movie it is.
Anyways.
It's not a pornography.
All right.
I'm just
Glad I
clarifying
put it
because
in.
like Hot Bot, we
Well-
said don't watch it with your
well, if-
parents.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as it sounds. Essentially, it's like
Well, it
watching.
sounds pretty okay. It just sounds like a hot robot.
Yeah,
I was thinking
guess.
more of something like iRobot or Haiti,
Mm.
but like not extreme.
I don't know. If Haiti was our butler, I would not be mad.
Me neither.
Haiti's this computer game.
You don't really want to get into this.
No, I'm just saying it's a computer game. It's like a puzzle based. It's like Portal. It's reminiscent of Portal, and I play it without like.
Without the,
I modified the game
without the
so it's a
biggest
first
part
person view.
of the game.
Yeah.
The biggest part
It's
of
a very
the character, I should say.
yeah. This game has like it's pretty ridiculous, but it's like it's not a bad game.
I would like to clear up that this the first part of this was me kind of going off.
Yeah.
So to all of you who are offended and somehow made it to this far
Right. This is pretty
into this podcast, I applaud you. That's crazy. And yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Still want to be friends. And I don't hate you to the extent that you think I do. If that's anywhere near reassuring. I mean, that wouldn't. You'd probably hate me more than I hate you at this point. Yeah,
Probably.
I'm sorry. That was just a sad thing. Thanks.
I mean, knowing
the people who
people you're talking about and how they react to things, they might have stopped watching before we got to this. But if they made it this far, I'm proud of them as people.
Yeah, I at least want Michaela to make it this far.
Yeah.
If not anyone.
I feel like Michaela might have a hard time.
I'm gonna text her.
Say you have to watch it.
You have to watch the whole thing. Do not text me until you watch the whole thing. Or do not text Chris or anyone. Do not breathe until you watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Especially the breathing part. I mean, an hour.
Wow, that's a bit dark.
Oh man.
I really hope this turns out good. I mean, I hope this isn't lost because this is a gem that we're never gonna get back.
Yeah.
If we do lose this.
This is actual podcast material.
Excellently.
Like, as much as we've talked about the podcast itself in the podcast and all the technical difficulties behind it.
Yeah, I could put this into my regular one if I wanted to. This doesn't even have to be the Silver podcast because this is so much of what my regular podcast was meant to be that it might as well be. But no, I'm going to put it in the special. I'm guessing.
Man, it's up to you, man. I don't even know.
I have to put it into because I deleted the other two that we made.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be. Unless, we could just have... all right, we'll discuss it afterwards.
Let's just go on without that.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what I had, but it was like this big topic that you said something and I was like, oh, we should talk about that. But I forgot what it was or where it was. I think it's easy to get lost in like the process of talking about your thoughts. You get lost and you forget like what previous thought you had that you were going to bring up.
That's me while playing. That's me and my other things.
Yeah, I could really tell that you did that a lot.
Yeah, and also I was just tired and I was trying to play a video game at the same time. It's easier when you look at it on a screen. That's why I wasn't getting mad about that time I missed the thing that you were talking about.
Yeah, he missed, in his previous video, he was very calm.
One.
Yeah, his first video, he was very calm. He was talking about his thoughts while playing a video game. And he missed the mark on one of the things. And while watching, and him being calm, I was just in my bed watching his video. I got mad at him for not getting mad because he missed the mark. Like, I got mad for him. And I was just like, what the hell?
I looked back on this video, and like when I was watching it, I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, I must have got mad at this part, and then I wasn't, and then I'm like, man, is this me? Is this someone else's video? How is this happening?
Man, it's like
I was kind of doing whatever because like later on, I was just smashing houses in the free roam mode, and there was like no objective, and my instant thought was just to kill everything, and just smash everything.
I mean, it's what you do in video games, really.
Yeah, it's the only
like
thing
when there's nothing to do, it's just you kill everything.
Yeah,
it's
like
a
physics-based game with destructible things. It's pretty cool.
Why do you think people play like GTA?
Because it's so cool. Just to think of like all the things you could do if all standards in the game were met, such as like police being stupid, and you being a mastermind that could get away with stuff. Like, stealing cars. That's cool. We don't have to worry about taxes or whatever.
I don't know. I guess I'm just bad at the game. Because, like, I'm bad at driving in those cars.
I rock driving in the cars because I love it so much.
So, like, usually this is my process of playing, like, GTA. Like, I've only played, like, 3 and 5 once. Like, I don't really own the games. I just played them at my cousin's house once.
Played it once at Michaela's house, and I was doing so well at driving. I was just, like, swerving past things. And then I drove it into, like, a water because I didn't know the map. But
this is my process. Like, I find a guy with, like, a decent-looking car. I get in front of the car, I hijack the car, and then I run into people on the street. And I'm like, okay, cool, I killed a couple of people. I hijacked the car. What can I do now? So then, by that time, I already have police on me. I usually can't lose them, because I'm not very good at driving. So I, like, dive into the water, steal a boat, and then just drive to, like, the most barren place. And then I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I don't really know how to play this game very well. And also, I'm just, like, bad at the game. I don't know. I guess I just can't really get into the past killing people part.
yeah. This has been going on for about an hour, 6 minutes.
In 14 seconds.
15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I think I'm pretty done with, like, the...
Whole Michaela thing? Or...
Oh, no, I just went with this podcast. But yeah,
Oh.
sure. That too.
I don't know why I went straight to that. That was an old topic. In my
That was a
mind,
very old
I'm
topic.
thinking about this stuff still.
I don't know. I just never think about it anymore.
I
She's
do.
never in my mind. Unless if, like...
I do, because
She's gonna be bothering.
that's like... There's always... Whenever I see Michaela, 100% of the time, 50% of me is thinking about, like, her interactions with you or whatever. Not
Maybe.
because of you, but because of, like, she tells me 50% of the time she's talking about you. So 50% of the time I'm thinking about, like, just, oh yeah, the person who's crazy for Chris. Like, it's almost before you think of her name. Like when you look at someone, you think of their name or whatever. If you do that, I mean, it's always behind your mind, but whenever I see Michaela, behind my mind, it's Chris. But not her as a person, but just, oh, hey, it's the person who likes Chris. Sweet.
Various, like, people, she tells people about, like, she tells not just you, but, like, she's told some of my friends, like, just, she's, like, vented to them.
Yeah.
And then they came up to me and they said, listen, Chris, you gotta tell her to stop talking to me about these things. Because, and then they're just like, seriously, I'm just so tired of hearing about it. And I was like, dude, I didn't even know you were hearing about it. I am sorry. I never meant for this to be like this.
Wow, that's...
Sucks because I have to, like, apologize for something
terrible.
I thought was, like, over. Something I thought that wasn't, it was like a non-issue.
Everyone thought it was over. No one, it was a big deal. Now it's like,
I think the worst part is I never actually saw it as a big deal.
I don't know, you never think of any relationship as a big deal. No, but relationships in general, it seems. I think you do
that.
deep down, in, like, your own way, but the people that everyone wants to think of relationships regularly, you don't think about that much. I can't ask me to explain, I still can't, because I don't understand it myself.
Lost about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else?
Not really. That's
or
about
it's
it. That was a good, I guess, a pretty decent closing topic.
Oh, nice. All right. So I spilled everything on my mind under an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh man,
That's pretty nice.
I have things under my thigh there. That's not even. I have my phone under my thigh. That's where I usually keep it. And, like,
That's a weird place to keep your thigh. Let's talk about that. No.
No, like this is where I keep my phone, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just convenient because I never want to put it in my pocket. I'm always checking it. It's a bad habit, I guess, in a way. Like I always do it while I'm watching a movie with Nick, and Nick gets pissed about it.
No, I get pissed when you look at your phone.
Okay.
When you look at your phone while watching like a thing, and it's whenever I watch something with you, it's mostly because I know it's good and I think you'll like it, and I know when the good parts are, and you always somehow perfectly time your phone taking out to like the best parts. I bet that only I think of that because I show you the best of mine.
Right.
My personal likings. So every part is the best part for me. And when I see you take out your phone, I'm just like, you're taking it out on the best part. So
I never mean to like
and then you're just like,
to
oh, yeah,
offend
that's
you in
usual.
this way.
You do every time, and like I'm like, maybe I should stop showing him this stuff. Maybe he
No,
doesn't like it.
I really do enjoy the things you show me. Like
I
I,
know, but-
actually enjoy them, and like it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's just that's like an impulse that I have. I don't know why. It's just like in order to focus on the TV or like the show you're telling me to watch, I kind of do that.
You need a fidget toy, definitely.
Yeah, that's kind of why I made one
Yeah.
of these hand spinners.
Should get a fidget cube.
A fidget cube? No, this is like $20. I don't have $20.
It's like really good. I want to get.
I only need one of these, man.
Yeah.
It's like the only action I use. And also, I'm probably gonna just do that.
Cool. You know what? I'm gonna. All right, real quick.
Real quick. These are the closing statements.
Hey Cortana, look up hand spinners. Just to show everyone watching what hand spinners are. Yeah. It's fine. Oh, this didn't work.
That's not hand spinners.
Not at all. Well, that was why is safe search off?
Dude, don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
no, something. Nah.
No, it's not like I looked up anything on your computer besides. Nothing's gonna pop up.
No. Some naked popped up.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Damn.
It was could be passed off as. I really didn't want to have to edit this video. I really didn't. Come on,
Dude.
look for one thing. I'm ticked off. Let's end it here. So your parents are gonna be here like it's 8:54.
It's 8:54. Yeah,
If that's them, I'm magic.
it is.
All right. Well, I don't know what podcast. This is both. I'm gonna put first/second.
Hey, Dad. Are you here? I don't know. However long you want.
10.
Like 10.
10.
If that's fine. Yeah, I know. Okay, then just come pick me up. Okay. Love you, Dad. Bye.
Dad doesn't love you.
He never says it back.
All right. Well, that was the proof of life right there. Proof of an unscripted. All right. This has been the Silver/Thinkers podcast.
Kind of a mix of
Not
both.
really a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for listening. Good night to all, and to all good night.